Welcome to the Python Coding Den. So I'm your instructor, Travis, and right now I just want to go over a couple of reasons why it is that you should take the time to learn Python. There's so many great reasons to learn Python. I honestly wish myself that I had studied Python in the beginning. However, it is not my first language. That being said, Python is an amazing and very powerful language. Um, First of all, it's extremely versatile. There is so much you can do from building applications, web development, scientific computing, data analysis, and much, much more. Additionally, and this is probably the best reason to learn Python, especially if you're just starting out, Python is very easy to learn. As someone who knows several different programming languages, I can easily say Python is the easiest one to learn. Python also has a very large community. There is so many people out there learning Python, so many instructors and others who can actually help you with Python. The goal of this course is to have a guided learning to kind of get you the basic building blocks, the stepping stones, and then if you choose to go further and advance your knowledge of Python as well. That being said, by the time you're done here, you will be able to understand, program, recognize Python code, rework it, and do a whole lot more with it. Um, the most important thing, though, is you'll be able to expand upon it yourself. You will actually have the knowledge you need in order to go further, build upon what you know, go further, and learn other intricacies of Python coding. Um, the reason in which you're taking this course, there's so many reasons why you might be trying to learn Python, and it's hard to go through every possible reason that one might take Python. Um, Moving on from that, and that kind of stems into the job opportunities. There is many job opportunities that either require Python or having Python in your resume looks really good. Um, to anyone who's learning to program, I've actually always encouraged them to start with Python. It's complex enough that you really get your hands into the nitty gritty, but it's a lot more forgiving than other languages, and it makes it a lot less frustrating and a lot easier to learn. As like I said before, it's not my first language. I started with Java, and learning Python has been so incredibly easy as someone who knows Java, which is much more complicated. Another great thing though is that Python is an open source language, which may not really mean much to you right now, but further on in your career, you'll find that working with an open source modeling language such as Python is there's it's so easy because it's forever being updated, it's forever being worked on. You don't have to worry about licensing, you don't have to worry about um copying someone's code or using portions of someone else's code and thinking that you might get sued later on. um just go on Google and you'll see there is hundreds of millions of pages of just Python coding that you can utilize to further teach yourself or reinforce what you already know. That being said, Python is also in high demand. It's a very, I don't want to say emerging technology because it's been around for a while, but recent updates and recent changes to the Python code has kind of proven how amazing it is. Again, in terms of power and versatility, which those are the best two things in a programming languages. Some programming languages are actually pretty constricted. There's not as much you can do with them. Python is not one of those. That being said, there's a lot more, and I hope that you read through this to see everything that Python can do, and you'll kind of realize that you're on the right track. You're definitely on the right track, because if you're going to start somewhere, anywhere, this is where to start. Having this under your belt will make it so easy to learn anything else you want to in the computer programming field, which there are hundreds of programming languages, but Python still remains one of the most current, one of the most powerful, and one of the most versatile while still being probably one of the easiest ones to learn. Um, but I hope you enjoy it as much as I do as we continue on throughout this course.